Hi friends, it is finally time for tomatoes. Now I do apologise because it's very windy here today. So if you hear lots of things howling, it's the wind. So tomatoes. Tomato seeds are quite small. And I'm going to put 2 to each cell. And then I'll thin it to 1 per cell. I only sow 1 of each variety, apart from Gardener's Delight, which I'm sowing 5, which I'm going to show you because obviously I give a few of these away. But when it comes to tomatoes, I'm sowing 15 different varieties this year, which is actually less than last year, but I only sow 1 of each variety because I just don't need that many plants. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a small impression, just like this, not too deep, it's like about 1/4 of an inch. Okay, put that in there, and then I'm just going to drop 2 seeds in. I'll show you a close-up afterwards just so you can see the depth. So I'm sowing 5 lots of this Gardener's Delight, which is a beautiful cherry tomato and one I highly recommend if you're just starting out with tomatoes. Cherry tomatoes don't suffer as much with fungal diseases like blight and blossom end rot, so that's why I always prefer to sow a lot more cherry tomatoes than I do beefsteak or large tomatoes. Now when it comes to covering them over, I'm just going to push over like this, just so, like that, and then I'll just show you a close-up of that. And then I might cover it all with vermiculite, the whole tray, once I've sown all of them, just to keep the moisture in. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these on a heat mat with a propagator lid to keep the moisture in, because tomatoes need heat constantly to germinate, and the seedlings need to be kept at least 18 degrees. So don't put them out in the cold, because they'll really suffer and sometimes they'll die. So if you've got a heated greenhouse, absolutely that's fine. If you've got a cold greenhouse or a cold frame, don't put your tomatoes in because it's still far too cold for them. Try and keep them indoors somewhere bright and sunny. If you've got grow lights, that's brilliant. If not, just the brightest spot that you can find, and that'll be okay. And then the next video, I'll show you how to prick them out and pop them on. So I'll show you the close-up now. So can you see how this isn't too deep? There's my impression, about 1/4 of an inch deep. And we're just going to cover it over.